Hello, everyone. We're live once again here in the halls of chaos. It is good to see you all. Thank you all for joining us. Oh my goodness, a week break and back at it once again. Let's see. Announcements. First off, Zack Snyder will not be joining us anymore at the table. It was a good time. We are planning on trying out something new today here, as you have been used to about 4 hour sessions here live. And we're going to test run today, the first time, where we're going to go 2 hours, and instead of a break, we're going to end our session. And we're actually going to go live again later on in the middle of the week with another 2 hour session. So shorter sessions, um, and more of them. And we are going to post a poll on our social media accounts for you guys to vote and let us know what you think of this format compared to the 4 hour long sessions, the episodes, and see what we like, whether it's more shorter episodes or one longer one. So, anyhow, what are those socials, Kate?
Hey, you guys are already here on Twitch, which is where you need to be to get all of this awesome content. But if you want more of that content, you can check us out on Instagram. That's where you're gonna get most of your updates. That's where we're most consistent with that. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, where you can see all of our old videos. And we're also on TikTok. We don't have any videos posted yet, but we actually just recorded some. So stay tuned for those. Back to you.
Wonderful. So, stepping into some general, just to remind everyone, we are going to be using a form of initiative called narrative initiative, in which the players have a playing card. When the card is face up, that means they have not taken their turn in the combat round. When they want to go, they can flip their card face down, which can be at their will whenever they would like. And once that card's face down, they've used their turn, and we wait till the end of the combat round, and we flip all the cards face up again. It's top of the round again. We will be using rolled initiative here and there, but this narrative initiative can move faster. We also will be using a form of lingering wounds if party members go down to 0 HP or fail very badly on death saving throws. Um, and finally, this is a science fiction, science fantasy setting. So magic works a little bit differently. The technology looks a little bit differently. Um, but it is 5th edition's Dungeons and Dragons. So without further ado, allow me to bring us back into our setting. It is 2667 in the years after the ultimatum. On the planet of Tilion, fourth planet from the binary star Dwayne-Ikvalga. When we move, panning down towards the planet, the red rings circling it, through the acid rain clouds, towards the city on the surface of the planet. It is about 4 p.m. as the party previously on the day before has spent the day crafting, gathering supplies. Deidre and Zegan went to the Academy's library as alumni to do some research and figure out what is going on with Zegan. Finding, sadly, a lack of content in the library. That is in the general displays of books. Agris and Fyodor went to the apothecary, an electronics store, and got themselves in a little bit of trouble. And heading back to the Horizons Untold, Bodia spent the day there with Zirma, learning to read. Flint spent the day reading a wonderful book he found. And we return to the party as Bacchus and Fyodor walk back in The doors of the Horizons Untold in the Paulding District. Theodore receives a ding message on his device. A smiley face. In response to the message you sent to Daz for a potential hit that you could put out on one apothecary owner. Bacchus continues to walk in to the studio, up the stairs, and into the general living space in which Vodia and Zerma are sitting, working on some writing and reading. What are you doing?
I will respond to him, saying, what information do we have?
Stepping foot into the Horizons Untold, everyone is back in the studio. It's mid-afternoon, 4 or 5 p.m. What would you like to do?
One has his immovable rod about 3 feet off the ground, horizontal, and he's balancing on it as he reads his book.
Beautiful, working on some balance. Go and roll an acrobatics check for me.
Not bad. That's going to be a 18.
18. Yeah, you're standing there, like the rods of the floor itself, and just balancing normally, reading your book. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
That's going to be 10.
A wave of pain hits your abdomen, and you begin to sweat profusely. Your vision begins to blur. You begin to lose your breath, and you take a point of exhaustion.
Not good. And I run to the bathroom.
Leaving the movable rod just there in the living room, I'm guessing, or out by the pond where Stan is. Beautiful, wonderful. Okay.
I still doing research, still watching the videos that helped me set up. I am watching the same video over and over again, learning how to bandage wounds.
Nice, very good. What about Zegan? What's Zegan up to?
Zegan, at this point, he's just gonna chill. He's just gonna find a place to sit and just be.
Just hang out.
Yep.
Yeah, just sitting in the lounging in the living room on the couch.
He's trying to figure out what he can and has lost motivation because he has not found.
What about Vodia?
Oh yeah. I'm just practicing writing my name over and over on any piece of paper.
All over
so
coupons.
If you don't know my name by now, you do because it's everywhere.
Very nice. Bacchus walks through the living room, takes all of her stuff that she had taken out on the town with her, and heads to her room. And the afternoon slowly passes. If there's nothing else that you all would like to do.
At some point, I'd like to take the hot peppers that I got, and I'm gonna go and find Flint.
Okay. Yeah, you can go and find him in the bathroom.
Flint, are you okay in there?
I just got bubble gum again.
Hey, I got something for you while we are out.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it might help with the bubble gut. You never know.
Okay.
Hey, open the door a little bit. Bag of peppers. Toss them to him.
Are these some kind of herb?
Yes, that is precisely what they are.
Long, yellowish green, marbled peppers in a Ziploc bag.
You hear the Ziploc bag rustling as he goes and eats like 5.
Go ahead and roll a Constitution.
Wait, no.
Theodore is standing outside of the door going, wait. It's not a skill check, so I'm not disadvantaged.
You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, this is saving throw, so.
That is going to be an 11.
Wonderful. It'll roll a medicine check for me.
That's a natural 20, but it's gonna be 22.
And like clockwork. 4, 3, 2, 1. It just the sounds on the toilet that were already there pick up to a tremendous height and intensity.
This is the second thinking. What is that?
It's beautiful. Pain, fiery pain. They're hot. They're hot.
You just hear, oh. Don't worry, it sets in after a while. Thank you. Oh my god.
Amazing.
Can I get a hot in here? Is it just me? Did they turn the heat on? I walked away at this point.
Beautiful.
Totally by himself.
Oh, it's good. Oh. And the afternoon slowly just continues to pass as everyone goes about their time here and the horizon's untold, and you don't receive a message back aside from the smiley face. And it comes to about mid-evening, 6, 7 p.m., beginning of evening, I guess. Dark clouds outside, and rain falls as it always does here on the planet. Ronak is cleaning the studio as it has recently closed. Is there anything else before moving on to nighttime?
I did a little roll over here, so
Sure.
I'm going to check my calendar or check any texts
Mhm.
or any messages that I could have received.
Okay.
Just there's something I think I'm forgetting.
Okay.
It feels like it's eating the back of my mind.
Yeah. Go ahead and you already rolled for it?
If that's okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah, what'd you roll?
18.
An 18? Yeah. You at the end of this week, this is the third day of the week now. In the Festival of Sovereigns, this whole week is the Festival of Sovereigns, and it's kind of off calendar. It's not considered a month or a week of the month. And on the second to last day of this week, you have a small dinner party with the sovereigns, with your
Okay.
godparents.
Chill. Sorry, our cat's trying to break into the studio. Okay. I will write it on my hand.
Nice. All right. Write down the date and remind yourself. of the
Sovereign
night.
dinner in 4 days.
Yeah. 3 days. Sorry.
3 days.
3 days. Yep. Sovereign dinner in 3 days. The day would be on, yeah.
In 3 days.
Yep.
Yeah, on Kodan this week. Yeah. Or the 6th day.
Right.
Wonderful. reminded of that, dinner would be laid out for all of you to go and sit at the dinner table and eat, if you'd like, on the counter. All right. Perfect. Wonderful. Good stuff. And the evening continues to pass unless there's anything else.
Before Magonia goes to bed, she's gonna right. Not really say. Show her. Give it to her.
Icarus is like, oh, wow, that's really good. Good job. You learned consonants today already. That's awesome.
Zero.
Wow.
So like.
Icarus will take it and fold it up and put it in the pocket of her robe, her comfy evening robe. Yeah. And bedtime slowly falls. Is there any crafting you'd like to do, Fyodor, throughout the night? Right, you're an elf, so you only get 4 hours. You only need 4 hours of meditation.
Yes. Yeah, I'll go down and
Are you doing your work at the first half of the long rest or the second half?
probably the second half.
Okay.
Sure. What I'll do. I'll go down and I'll work on seeing if I can configure something for turning like muscle flexing into actual responsiveness in a device, connecting essentially neurons to electronics.
Perfect. Roll. Go ahead and roll for me. Arcana check.
One is not a good one. That is going to be an 8, but it's a natural 1. So.
Oof. Yeah. As you're kind of soldering and moving some power around, trying to get this mechanism to work, it fries out on you and sets you back quite a few hours of work. As you now, for you and everyone else haven't gone to bed, I assume. In the workshop, frustration, but this mechanism sitting there fried sets you back like 2-3 hours of work. The dry erase board on the right side of this workshop, down beneath Horizons Untold, is clear, and written on it in big black letters of the color of the marker: Run, comma, nephew.
Written in black letters, it says "Run, nephew."
Mhm.
I'm gonna grab as much of my supplies as I can. Essentially like the normal stuff that I carry with me, not anything extra from the room. I'll run upstairs and I'll try to get everyone awake.
All right. Running upstairs out of the. Interesting. Running upstairs, you. Are you moving quietly?
Yeah, with that message, I'd be checking corners.
Give me a
kind of
stealth
thing
check.
as I'm going through.
Give me a stealth check.
It's a 13.
Okay, a 13. You run up the stairs from the workshop pretty quietly, the best that you can, and you you think you've done a pretty good job as you look into the dark studio space around the corner through the corridor. Roll a perception check.
13.
With a 13, looking through the studio, through the darkness, only the lights of the blue and pink neon signs outside illuminate through the large glass windows of the front door. A body next to the front door, laying there still.
Are any of the windows broken or anything?
No, the door is open,
Doors open?
kind of swinging in the wind. The rain and the wet sounds of outside just spraying the inside.
Let me go up and see if I can see who it is.
Okay. As you walk up, get closer, you see it is the butler of this home, Ronak, laying there, full of blood around him.
Can I tell what killed him?
Roll a medicine check.
I'm not like spending time doing this. I'm just like looking if there's a big slash on him or something like that. That is
Yeah.
a 19 plus
Oh, yeah.
2, so 21.
Yeah, puncture wound in his chest.
Functional. Okay, I'm going to run and see. Still gonna try to wake everybody up and get everybody out.
Roll another stealth check for me.
One's gonna be a 9.
A 9.
And this time, as I'm running around, I'm actually it won't affect that roll, but for future stuff, I'm gonna activate my armor in case if something jumps me.
Yeah, you activate the armor. Soft hum kind of washes over you, and it is audible. So, and it's louder than you would like. You know that you're quieter after it's activated, but not so much as it's activating. As you begin across the studio, you see a shadow step out from the corridor where there's stairs. Take you up to the living space.
Directly, like looking at me,
Mm-hmm.
I can tell that they know.
Yep.
Who are you?
You can hear a voice speaking back from the corridor. Talking to someone. Comes around the corner and begins walking briskly towards you.
Stop moving. Who are you?
Getting closer now, you see it's darker. It begins to gate into a jog and then a sprint towards you. It's about the size of halfling or a gnome. It's closer. Palish green skin. Closer. Pointy ears. Closer. It's a goblin.
Full on sprint towards me.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Sure. DJ. You awake with a soft thump outside your room.
Outside. Outside or out?
Outside the door.
Can I tell?
No, door's closed. Dark room. What are you doing, Fedor?
I'm going to, with my activated suit, point the hand at the ground, and I'm going to cast Grease in a 10 by 10 square in front of him.
Nice. Dex save.
Dex save.
Nice.
Yeah, we already answered it. Dex 15.
Go ahead and put your turn card face down for me. Your initiative card. What is it? 15?
Yeah.
The goblin's running. Like full on feet in the air, falls on his head. Take any damage from the fall at all?
No, just full
Okay.
prone.
Yep. Fully prone on the ground
It
now.
also counts as difficult terrain in that area.
Perfect. All right.
Again, I said, who are you and what are you doing? Speak calmly or I will kill you.
Stands up. Lands on the ground again. You hear another thump on the ground outside.
I'm gonna creep over to my door and crack it open and see if I can see anything.
In the corridor which you are, one of the first rooms, past the living room on this upper balcony overlooking the studio, you hear flopping around, and some voice going. It doesn't stop thrashing. It's still trying to stand up, and it's going to take its movement to get closer to you. It has a little dagger in its hand, and it's little. Like, we're talking goblin-sized dagger. Nice small little pocket knife comes shakily towards you. It's gonna go ahead and roll another dex save as Oh dear God, please let this happen. Please let this happen. This is so bad. Oh no. He slips with his dagger, he slips forward and lands on his own dagger in the grease.
Well, I guess that keeps my hands clean.
As he,
His dice hate
just the last breath. Why does it roll so bad for these guys? I'm so sorry. It's awful. All right. You keep hearing the flopping around, slashing until with one.
I grab my earring and point to Zegan's room and cast message and say, Zegan, get Zirma, wake up, something's happening.
You would shock awake from a voice in your head.
It's pretty normal.
Yeah.
I'll sit up, and with her saying that, I will grab my yo-yo,
Mhm.
will very quickly, quietly run out of the room directly.
It's right next to yours.
I'll just and I will be very quiet about opening my door and opening.
Roll a stealth check for me.
That is a 7.
A 7. You think you're quieter than you are as you bare feet on the ground outside the room right next to yours, and as you run through the corridor you see Deidre into Zirma's room. Past Deidre, roll a perception check for me. Disadvantage since you don't have dark vision as it is right now. It's dim, but 8. Maybe there's movement past her. And you run in. TJ, roll a perception check for me.
I slam the door once I get into.
Yeah.
21.
21. You can hear footsteps behind you in the corridor to the living space, because you're right on the edge of the hallway of this of all these bedrooms. Living
Okay.
room's right next to your room.
Okay.
Are you turning to look?
Yeah.
3 orcs walking towards you.
Towards me?
Mm-hmm.
Have they seen me?
Yes.
Do I still have an action, or was that?
You do.
Okay. Um.
Inside Zirm is already awake.
What's happening?
Yes.
These are able.
She puts her
told me to
coat
come in
on.
here. I don't know what it is. I couldn't get a good look.
She walks over to her countertop and starts putting rings on. I think we'll have to leave here completely, or
I don't know.
I'll grab my things just in case. And she
That's a good idea.
grabs her backpack, hefts it over. And Deidre.
I am going to use my action to cast a message to Flint.
Okay.
Again, pointing at his room. Flint.
You mean like the pond?
That's where he's been staying
Okay.
next to the
Okay.
pond.
Yeah. Wherever you've been staying. Flint, wake up! Come in here. Something's happening. And then to the orcs. Hey, is everything all right here?
Well, yes. No. Nothing's all right. And one of them's going to take a strike at you.
Yep.
This is jagged, long, K-bar-like knife. Going to take a swing at you. With a 10 to hit you. Doesn't? Alright. Good stuff. Misses wide. The other orcs laugh at him for missing an easy target. Flint, you hear a voice.
I would recognize it as DJ's voice, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
coming out of the sleepy stupor.
Flint will take his hand, put it into the pond, and snap 3 times. Get Stan's attention.
Alright. Beautiful.
Stand up and draw the sword that he had fired the night before and start charging into the Horizons Untold.
You walk through the glass door from the terrarium-like garden here in the back of the studio, and as you walk through the door, you can hear the movement of the water as a large creature surfaces. Walk down through the corridor into the main studio area where you see what you can see from here. Your passive perception again. Just double checking. Sorry. I should have it out, but I don't. 10. Beautiful. You would see 4 dark figures in the corridor past the studio's back wall, heading into the area beyond. You can see 4 dark figures in that corridor. You can't tell if they've noticed you yet. What would you like to do?
I would like to start trotting up to him.
All right. It would be just out of your movement speed to get there. If you'd start trotting, you'd pass through into the studio, and as you're running through the studio, you turn to look to your left and see Fyodor standing there near the front door. Then a body at his feet. And then another body at his feet in a puddle of black goo. and as you turn to look, you're now upon the four dark figures. There's actually five, one right past the fourth, the dark corridor. That's about 10 feet wide. Fireworks. That's your turn. You're gonna dash. You gonna do anything?
Would getting Stan's attention, would that be an action or a bonus action? No,
I'd say that's free.
free. That is my action talking. I would like to say a small fries. Opening hours are from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay.
And I will
Amazing.
grab the sword with both hands and take a defensive stance.
All right. Very nice. Very nice. Good stuff. They turn and they look at you. Back three closest to you notice you. The other two back still turned, and they oh, our mistake. And one goes to stab at you. 18 to hit.
Yeah.
It's going to be 6 points of piercing damage as he stabs towards you.
All right.
The other one right next to him is going to take the dodge action and await for your approach. And that's their turn. Put your card face down.
Do I still have my action?
Yeah. What are you doing, Zegan? Zirma's in the room with you.
Yeah, seeing her immediately get ready, I'm gonna take my yo-yo in my hand. I'm gonna pull the string out.
Mhm.
Lapse it and bring it fast across my hand.
All right. Very nice. Go ahead and roll your right damage.
2.
You take 2 of that damage, and lightning begins to arc back and forth on the string and in the end.
I'll just zip it right back into my hand.
Mhm.
Open the door and lock it.
All right. As you walk into the hallway again, you see Deidre there, almost just having recently reacted to a blade coming towards her
How
through the
far away is she
orcs.
from me?
About 10 feet. 10 feet, and then you see the 3 orcs right beyond her in the living room, at the edge of the living room.
Can I get to her?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to walk up, or I'm going to run
Mhm.
right around her and throw the yo-yo right into the guy's chest in front of her.
Okay, forward. Go ahead, roll to hit for me.
That is a 13.
That just hits. Go ahead and roll damage for me. Be a D8 plus your modifier.
In my right.
Mhm.
Alright, so that's going to be 12 bludgeoning plus 3 lightning damage.
12 bludgeoning, 3 lightning damage. Okay.
And I'm in my movement, I'm trying to get up, trying to like get in between him and Deidre.
Right, so a total of 15, right?
Yeah.
As you run forward, straight right past you on your left, barely grazing past you, Zegan flings his hand forward, the yo-yo extends forward, lightning arcing from it, and straight through the orc's chest as he then pulls it loose, pulls it free, and the orc crumples to the ground dead.
And then I'll take the rest of my movement to run right back around her,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just like kind of on your right side.
Right behind him. Perfect. close behind will be Zirma. She will run and attempt to tackle the orc that's right on the the left. Okay, let's see what happens here. Oh, okay. That's better than I thought. You hear her from behind, and she just full on double legs the orc onto the ground and is proceeding to just top mount on top, batting the dagger away, and that's her turn as she's just currently completely enamored with one of them. Anyone else left?
I think it's
Perfect. Just checking.
Sorry.
As Odia, you awake to a hand on your mouth, and you startle awake to see the dark figure. Vision's blurry, not sure who it is for a second. Yeah. Shh. It's backers. It's me. Someone's in the studio. She gets up and walks out the door and beckons for you in the dim light.
Sneak out, following her guidance.
She's already dressed in her attire to fight. What else are you doing? You follow out.
Follow her. Just
Beautiful.
looking around to see if I can notice anything.
Roll a perception check.
21.
Holy moly! You turn to look where she went, and she's beginning to walk across the living space area. They're in the corridor on the other side of the living space that's next to the kitchen. They are behind the orcs, in which you guys are facing right now. As Baccharis walks forward into the living space area, pulls her right side gun, and begins to fire at the orcs. Let's see, that's going to hit. Vodia, you gonna do anything?
I'm going to hide.
All right.
I'm gonna hide, but like still stay close.
So roll stealth for me.
Okay, that's a 13.
Cool. 13, you run and dive behind the couch. And
If that makes a difference.
14? All right. Just big gunfire, Fyodor. You hear it, and you see the flash up the balcony. Flint, you hear it up behind you, and to the right. The light's blinding as two shots land right in the center of the orc that is still standing right behind the one that Zegan had stabbed straight through. And it's his turn. So he's going to go ahead and take a swing at you, an attempted swing anyway, for 9 to hit. No? 9 doesn't hit?
No, believe it or not.
Drat.
9.
The other is going to attempt to get Zirma off the top of him. Oh yeah. He throws her to the side. She slams into the ground, and he rolls over to now top mounting her and is going to getting ready to stab down towards her. Back turned to Zegan and Deidre, facing Vodia and Chris. So that ends the round. Top of the round.
I would like to go.
Okay.
He just threw Zirma running up into his face.
Yeah.
With the yo-yo
All right.
in his face.
All right. Go ahead and roll to hit.
That's a
10. That's not gonna hit. As it kind of zips past, crackles, arcs, lightning arcs into the balcony's railing and goes across it. But you pull bind the yo-yo back to your hand. The orc doesn't seem to notice all that much as he's kind of enraptured in handling what's there. Anyone else? Gonna go?
Oh, I can go.
Oh,
Sure. You have something else? Sorry. Okay.
I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery with my action at the orc that just threw Zirma.
Sure.
What? Afraid of getting beat up by a girl?
Oh. What's the save?
Wisdom 15.
Good roll damage.
That's 3 points of psychic and disadvantage on its next attack.
What? No, I'm not. And he turns back and he's gonna make an attack at her on the ground. With disadvantage. Good disadvantage. That was a natural 20. As he goes down to stab at her throat, and Zirma just slips it, goes right by her neck. And that's gonna be his turn.
Can I use my bonus action
Sure.
to inspire Zirma?
Sure. Insane.
Bite his dick off.
All right.
Get my dick off.
D6. Is it?
Yes.
All right. Beautiful. She kind of is like, ugh. She's gonna take her turn. Let's see here. She is, as she grabs him back, pops her left hip off the ground, chucks him to the left into the glass balcony. As he falls off the balcony, breaks the glass, and thud onto the ground. He's going to take some fall damage. Let's see. Let me feel it. Oh, boy. That's nice. Behind you, Flynn. Oh! No! My back! My back! That's Zirma's turn.
I'd like to go then.
All right.
The one that just stabbed me. Look at him and say, "You disturb my beauty rest." As I slip into a frenzied rage.
Okay.
And baseball bat gripping the sword, and I'm gonna take a chop at his head.
Hike your knee up and take a shot. All right, roll to hit.
That is going to be a 23 to hit. Two hands, so D10.
Yep.
That's gonna be 12 points of damage.
Oof.
Plus, since I'm raging, is it the 3 for my strength?
Should be 2, I think.
Yeah, two.
Two. You baseball swing. Starts catching the blood. He's alive and moving as he begins to bleed out. But he's on death's door. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, that's all for you. He's gonna go along with his buddy next to him, who did not get attacked. So they're both going to make strikes at you. The one who's flailing rolls a 17 to hit. Below AC. Only 2 points of slashing damage.
Half because it's rage.
Yep, so 1. And the other guy rolled a fat 6. Was that you?
No.
Oh. Who'd have thunk? As he swings wildly, bleeding out of his belt in his neck. That's going to be his turn. You can hear behind you, Flint. You hear it louder as you turn to look in the front door. 4 goblins charging into the studio.
4 goblins over there.
Yeah, right behind you. They're about 10 feet away from you.
Okay. Party inside.
Yes, they used all of their movement to get in, so.
Okay. Okay. I'll take my turn then.
Okay.
That's good. I will turn towards them. Look at them kind of all in the general area, in that direction, right? And I am going to cast Tasha's cast Caustic Brew
Okay,
in that direction.
sure.
And
That's the same.
so this stream of acid emanates me 30-foot line, 5-foot wide. Each creature in the line must succeed in a dex saving throw,
Okay.
or be covered in acid for those filtration.
You catch them in, with 3 of them in a line still. So each one makes a dex save.
Dex 15.
15. First one succeeds. Second one fails. Third one succeeds. Sorry.
Okay.
One of them fails.
So then we'll start its turn, take 2d4 acid damage.
Nice. Start its turn. Beautiful. Got it. Good. That's your turn?
And then on my bonus action, are they up next to me already?
They are about 10 feet away
10
from you.
feet.
Like,
Okay.
from they just walked in the door when you threw acid at them.
I'll step towards the down goblin.
Mm-hmm.
And if you let me on my bonus action, flip him over, grab the dagger, the very small knife.
Sure, yeah.
I'll just
Yeah,
grab that.
I'd let you do it for a bonus action, sure.
That'll be my turn.
Yeah, take it up off of him. Absolutely. You take it out of his throat. You fell on it. Poor kid. Anyway.
No.
Anyway.
The other 2 orcs deeper in the hall are going to turn. You see them with a knowing smile. Run deeper into the hallway. Take a right and go up the stairs. Running from you. The other 2 that are right, the one's behind you now, he's going to try to get up. And he's just going to limp towards your back. He's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to make an attack at you.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit you?
No.
Okay. Holy moly, these dice are killing me. He misses. That was with advantage, by the way. You can hear him grunting behind you. And you can feel the wind just pass from his weapon. And Bacchus. Bacchus is going to go ahead and take 2 more shots at the orc that is right in front of you. Okay. Right by his dead colleague. Oh, well, that's one. That's one shot. That hits. That misses. All right. Blood across your face, smears as right in the back of the head. Orc goes limp, falls dead. Rodeo, what are you doing?
I'm sorry. What orcs can I see from where I am?
You can see the back of backers, their gun out, firing. Just past her, if you look over the couch you're hiding behind, you can see the one she just shot in the back of the head. And you can see the one dead on the ground. And then you would see the 5 coming from the corridor that those other 3 just came from.
I am. How far away are the 5 that I can see?
They are 10 feet away from the corridor. 2 of them run past. The other 3 stop and see you.
Great. They see. Make eye contact.
You make eye contact.
Was the one running away from me?
2 of them were.
Okay. Well, I know that they see me, so I'm gonna stand up. And do they have any weapons on that I can see? Like in their hands.
You can see that they're all holding some form of knife. They have they have hammers on their belts. But aside from that,
Okay.
right now it's like they have knives pulled.
I am going to attempt to throw my boomerang and hit nuts so they, in hopes of them dropping their weapons.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
That is going to be a 20. Hang on. 25.
25 to hit. Okay. Nice. Roll damage for me.
It is going to be 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice. You throw the boomerang out. Right in the hand, he's holding the dagger. Drops it, lands on the ground. You do disarm it. He fails a dex save to catch the thing. Very nice.
Yeah, and then bonus action, I will hide again and play.
Okay.
That is not catch.
All right.
See me.
Go ahead. Roll your stealth check.
That would be a 23.
You turn, jump over the softness that is the couch and roll across the spine of it and land on the other side and like skitter away into a dark corner of the living space beyond the blue and pink light that illuminates the area. You can still see the room pretty well as you hide up against a small water dispenser that kind of sits in this lounge area.
And that's my turn.
It's your turn. Okay. That is going to be the top of the round. Here we go.
I'll go in.
They're going to contest you.
Okay. I'll get the advantage or anything. Raging, do I?
No, it's an initiative roll.
Oh my goodness. That's 3.
They beat you! 6!
Oh, no.
Alright. The 2 are going to make attacks to shoot.
Alright. It's 16 that helps.
16? Okay, perfect. This first one is actually going to go for a grapple on you to grab you. So roll an athletics check. Roll to hit for the grab.
Which is 9.
9. Roll an 18. Grabs you and begins to move you towards the wall that's here at the beginning of the corridor. Throws you into it. The other one's going to make an attack as you try to gut you. You're up against the wall. Rolls a 16 to hit. So sorry. That's going to be already halved 3.
3. Okay.
Because I rolled a 6 on the die. Plus 1. So here we go. That's their turn.
Okay. So the one that's grappling me.
Yeah.
Do I have to break the grapple in order to do one of my grapple attacks?
No.
Or grapple.
You're already grabbing them.
Yep. So I would like to. Which one do I want to do? I'll do a slam attack.
Okay, sure.
Since he's already grabbing me, I'll grab him by his lapels and throw him up and slam him down.
Give me a
Athletic check.
athletics check.
Oh my goodness, this is a natural one. Total 6.
Oof! The blade plunged into you, not very deep. You still feel the sharp pain as you reach forward to grab. You're there, but you don't have the flex, the strength there to actually lift and finish him off. But maybe next round.
Bonus action.
Okay.
I would like to go into a suplex from there.
Okay. Go ahead.
That's another athletics.
Yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
That's going to be 23.
Beat a 19. That's good. All right. 20. You rolled a 19. So go ahead and roll damage.
A D8.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be 8 points. And he is 5 feet away from where I threw him.
8 points. So the guy who grabbed you is bleeding all over you, as he's already bleeding from his throat. You from here move onto his chest and just lift him, slam him down onto the ground. You can hear a crack on his upper back as he just ragdoll goes limp and folds over himself and stops moving.
I will just, eyes wide as can be, look up the other work.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. Beautiful. All right, that's your turn.
I will. Oh, no, never mind. Go ahead.
I'll take my turn. Mad at all the scenario that's happened today between the failing the crafting and stuff like that. Fyodor is going to look at the 3 people next to him, or near him, casually walk towards them, and then put my hands together right where the surge are, and then just give a little bump with energy, and then I'm going to cast Thunder Wave in the middle of all of them.
Nice. Saving throw, right?
Yep, con 15.
On 15. Ooh boy, first one fails. Second one fails. Oh boy. And the third one fails.
Okay, that's going to be 2d8 damage to all of them.
Oh, dang.
10
damage.
10 thunder damage. Yeah, thunder damage. 10 thunder damage each of them, and they're all pushed 10 feet away.
They erupt with the blast of energy. The glass cracks as bodies, limp goblin bodies, fleeing into the glass out of the door, leaving blood splatter behind them. And land. Dead.
And seeing as that's taken care of, and then there's a lot of them, I am gonna go try and find Flint, because he's good at taking out a lot of people.
Okay. So you begin walking past the center display of the studio, a large sculpture, rather abstract. You walk past it to your right, and you can see in this corridor, entrance of this corridor here on the left, is an orc who's limped up to where he is, blood behind him, and you can see Flint as you look past the corridor just a little bit there at the edge of it.
Is the guy walking away?
2 orcs. No, they're walking up towards him.
Towards him?
He's walking up towards him.
Yep. I'll get as far as I can, and that'll be my turn.
Alright, you get about 10 feet away. Good stuff. Anyone else gonna go?
I'd like to go. That's right.
Sure, yeah.
What are all the orcs are dead now that we're attacking our little group, right? Or
that were immediately, there are now 5 more in the living space that have just walked in.
Okay.
As the 3 walked up, they're directly behind Bacchus now. They're about 10 feet behind Bacchus. And then, no, 2 are right behind Bacchus. The other 3 were going over to where you saw Vodia dive behind the couch.
Okay. They're within 60 feet of me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I would like to cast Fairy Fire
Okay.
in a square around them.
Sure. Is that
So just
Mhm.
it's a
hit, right?
it's a 15 dex save.
15 dex save? 12 for the first one. For the second one. Third one succeeds with a 15.
Okay.
So 2 of them fail. Half damage or very far
There's
doesn't
no
do any
damage.
damage, but it does mark them, right?
They're now outlined in a violet glow.
Beautiful.
Did I get the other 2 as well within that 20-foot box?
It would have been. It's a 20-foot box.
20 bucks.
In that case, you would have gotten the other 2.
Okay.
There's only one that didn't get got.
I wouldn't have known you were there. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yes.
So attacks against them are at advantage, and
Perfect.
anything that if there was anything invisible, it's not visible.
Wonderful. Okay.
So they are like right there.
The 2
Yeah.
or the 3 that were looking for you.
Yeah.
Yes. They're where you were looking for you. You can hear one of them. Where'd she go? She's just here.
See, I already threw my boomerang.
Yeah, it's where the other guy's weapon was. It's on the ground over there. It doesn't come back to you.
Okay.
One of the 3 that's in the center of the living space, moving towards you right behind Bacchus. One of the 3, you can hear as you see at the edge of a bottle, flames, and throws it towards Zegan, Deidre, and Zirma's just in the area. I need you to make a dex saving throw.
Can I, as I see him light it and start to throw it, can I think I can do this. Sorry, this is a new ability.
Okay.
Is this counted as an attack roll?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to use cutting words
Okay.
and for my reaction. And just say, you better not fucking miss.
What? Oh! Oh! He misses.
No, it just takes 5 off it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he lobs it high up to the, like, where the corridor starts, kind of the mantle, or the lintel above the door. The alcohol shatters the fire and begins to kind of like fall with the liquid down on top of you. Where you might take some fire damage here if you remain. And above you, Zegan, Zirma, and the plaster walls start to catch fire.
As that's happening, seeing that he's trying to attack, I would like to take my turn.
Mhm.
How far away is he from me?
He is just past Bacchus, about 15 feet away.
Cool. Running past Deidre. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with Deidre and run just in front of Bacchus and slam it into his chest.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
There we go. That's like a 25.
Oh, that hits for sure.
All right.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, so that's gonna be 2 lightning damage and 8 bludgeoning.
Nice.
And then same exact way, I'm gonna do that and then walk right around to her right side.
Sure. Yeah, you send it forward. It bounces off his chest. Lightning goes through his body. You can hear thud, but as you walk around, he still stands. Doesn't look great though, as the lightning kind of grips him and continues to pulse through his body for moments. All right, he's gonna go ahead and take his turn, and he's gonna go ahead and attack you for attacking him. Let's see. Does an 11 hit you?
No.
He swings with his dagger wide, and you just kind of step out of the way, seeing it coming easily. The other gentleman with them.
Can I use? Oh wait, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, never mind.
The other two there, there's they're the one that's also right next to you and Bacchus right now is going to make an attack at Bacchus with a 17.
Did it hit Icarus?
Yes. Like literally just hit though.
Okay.
Barely.
Because if I saw that it was hitting, I was going to use my reaction of the blood curse of the eyeless
Sure.
to take 1d4 off of the attack, off of the damage. Sorry.
Oh, nice. Okay, go ahead and roll. Does hit, so
that's
then
4 damage.
nice. Okay, good stuff. Instead of 5 damage, it's gonna take 1 damage. Good stuff. Okay.
Do I see that happen? Do I see that word try to swipe it back?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to hop up from where I'm hiding, and I'm going to run over to that orc. What I get speed attack is that one engaged with? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to take my crumpet and then slice hamstrings
Okay.
and yell, "You don't touch her!"
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Okay, that is going to be a. Hold on. No. 11.
11 to hit.
Yeah.
You're not used to the weapon. It's not like you've ever used it.
Just carve fruit with it.
You just carve fruit with it, and this is very different from fruit. Orcs are not a fruit people. As you move forward, slash, and you're just short. You don't really know your range, and
That's okay.
is this the
Some
hamster?
of them are low fruit, but bonus action disengage.
Bonus action disengage. Okay, sure. You disengage, and you're gonna use your movement to go back to the area you just were, or okay, you're just gonna stand right there. Nice. The other two orcs who were the other two that were still looking for you are like, oh, hey, that's she. They're gonna make their way over as well.
Oh, you had advantage on that.
You did.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. I've completely forgot.
I also forgot, but I don't know.
Because it was
You
flanking.
can decide.
It was flanking, so you should go ahead and see if it hits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nope, I rolled the same thing.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Zuma's gonna take her turn, and she's going to roll over, stand up, take out her flashlight, holding it on the narrow side from the bulb at the end, and she's gonna run into the fray. She's gonna go ahead and make an attack at the orc that you tried to hamstring. Missing
With
completely.
advantage. Sorry.
Keep hitting.
Sorry. Very
Yeah.
tired.
Fairy fire. Yeah, it's the one that's they're fairy fired. So In that case, still misses. She doesn't have all 5 of her strikes. She gets lucky sometimes, but misses completely. Swings wide. Let us see here. Anyone else? Anyone else have to go? If that's the case, then we're gonna go ahead and Bactress's turn. She's gonna. We're still in this previous round. Sorry. Bactress is gonna go ahead and turn to the one who tried to slash her. Make an attack. Fires from the revolver. Kind of just hip fires and goes wide past the torso. Another attack. Is it advantage? Bending hammer. Misses again. As downstairs, the orc in front of you is looking at you. Just fear in his eyes. It's gonna go ahead and make an attack at you at disadvantage.
Did they already attack? So they got first top round.
Yeah, they did. Those already attacked. My bad. I didn't flip their cards over. Thank you. That's the case. Yeah.
Top round.
It is top of the round. Just Bactress that and gone.
I'd like to go first then.
Good stuff. Mm-hmm.
I have 2 that are within combat range of me.
Yeah, there are 2. The one that's limping, he's broken his leg from the fall, and the other one that's right in front of you just watched you slam his body on the ground.
And he's the one that stuck me in the gut, right?
Yes, it is.
The one that stuck me in the gut. I would like to bring the sword up 2 hands, uppercut, and I guess just go over the attack.
Absolutely.
That is going to be a 19 to hit.
19 to hit. Mamma mia. That does hit. Roll damage.
Oh. That is going to be 5 points of slashing.
Very nice, very nice. 5 points of slashing damage on the guy right in front of you. The one who's not limping.
Yep.
Okay.
And then bonus action guy that is limping. I would like to jump up and try to grapple his head with my legs as I do a twister throw.
Okay. Acrobatics, right?
Yep.
Oh, amazing.
Oh my goodness. It's a natural 1.
Jump up and try to twist away him. And he literally steps backwards, grabs your right ankle, and spins you in the air, and you just land flat on your back. You're prone.
Alright.
You have movement to stand up at the end of your turn if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, okay. You have your movement to stand back up. You're in his attack range now. They're right next to you. Alright, that's your turn?
Yeah, my turn.
Beautiful.
My turn.
Okay. You see Flint just run from the corridor, jump and try to twist her.
Is there any way I can manage to make my attack right before he stands up?
Sure.
Okay. I'll reach out with my one of my infiltrator arms, point at it, and lightning bolt right at the guy who he tried to flip it, but then it.
Okay. Alright, roll the hit.
That's going to be a 16 to hit.
16 to hit, that does hit.
And I'm going to pump that with the once per round extra d6, so that is going to be 2d6 plus. That is going to be 12 lightning damage.
12 lightning damage. All in a quick motion, Flint jumps into the air. This rather large orc steps back, turns Flint's legs in the air. He lands prone, and as his arm has been turned over, the lightning bolt hits the back of his shoulder blade and blows his whole left shoulder and arm off as he just goes limp and falls forward dead.
Nice.
That's your turn?
And then I will step up and try to get to melee range, but on the opposite side of wherever Flint's gonna be.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, so you're going to step around the still standing orc. Beautiful. Very nice, very nice. Okay.
I'd like to.
All right. The orc right next to you is going to contest you to attack Bacchus. So
It's gonna be a 10.
technically two of them is on one. So a 10, you said? All right. You beat both of them. Go ahead.
Alright.
What are you doing?
I am going at the orc that initially attacked Bacchus that I just tried to slice. Hamstring's probably too big of a target for me, so I'm gonna turn my attention. Is he holding a weapon that he like tried to stab?
Yeah. Yeah, he has a dagger in his hand.
Turn my attention to his thumb.
Okay.
And try to slice his thumb so he can't hold it up anymore.
Okay.
So let's just chop it off.
Sure. Roll the hit.
That's good. That's gonna be 24.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Dear God.
Would you like me to roll it?
Yeah, roll with advantage, please.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be 24.
Huh? 24. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, roll damage.
Is he still engaged or does
Yep,
sneak
sneak attack applies. Yeah. Add your sneak attack damage to this. Oh boy.
Okie dokie, that's gonna be 14. Yeah.
On the thumb.
Rogues.
You, frustrated, you miss the hamstring. You just jump up to his right arm. This is quite taller than you. You jump up to his right arm. Your whole body weight pulls on his right wrist, and you bring it down, and grabbing it, turning it over the crown that you've now placed in the ice pick, and you just tear his thumb off, and he just starts screaming, holding on and bleeding out, and he just lays down on the ground, holding his arm, his hand, screaming. And he's downed. He's down. He's out of HP. So he's just gonna be laying there screaming for a while. That's your turn, right?
That's my turn.
Beautiful. Okay. All right. His buddy right next to him is gonna go. And go ahead and make an attack at Bacchus here. And that misses with a 16, just misses. Swings wide again. Sure.
You said there were a couple that were walking away from us.
Currently there are 4
So
up here in
there's
the
the one
living
that's
space. On the ground.
trying.
Yep.
The one trying to get Bacchus.
The one that's trying. So the one, there are 5 here. One of them's down, missing a thumb. The other 4 are now starting to slowly crowd Bacchus and Bodia.
Right. At the one that missed, I'm just gonna over Bacchus' shoulder, gonna crack it.
Okay.
Right
Roll
in
it.
his face.
Yeah, roll to hit it.
And I get advantage on this one.
Yeah, you do.
This is
Yep, this one has a very high on it.
Okay, that's a 12.
12 to hit. That just misses. Alright, the other 2 next to Bacchus are gonna go ahead and attack. One's gonna attack Vodia, one's gonna attack Bacchus. For Vodia, it's 14 to hit. Doesn't hit. Other one at Bacchus. That's a 18 to hit. Jeez, maths. Beautiful. All right. one of the orcs manages to stab into Bacchus's lower back, grabs onto her left side and stabs her. Anyone else need to go? Adrian?
I'm going to move so that the burning plaster does not fall down on me.
Sure.
So I guess I'm just taking like 10 feet towards where the fight is really happening.
Yeah.
And I am going to I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery at the one that just stabbed Bacchus.
Sure.
And say, I hate this. What's the best you can do? I guess.
What's the wisdom save?
15.
14.
Okay.
Dang it!
That's 4 points and disadvantage on touch attack.
Nice. Okay.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to inspire Vodia, who just freaking sliced the guy's thumb off, and just say, "Yeah, Vodia, do it again."
Nice.
2 thumbs up. Do it again. Good job.
Very nice. Then that should be then top of the round.
Zirma?
Zero went already.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I guess you do the donut dice. Donut dice for you.
Top of the round.
I'll take my turn.
Okay.
I having seen Flint stand up, is there only one more left out here now?
Yeah.
I'm going to take the help action to help whatever Flint's going to do next.
Sure.
Give me advantage on it.
Okay. Help action for Flint. Perfect. That all.
Yep,
Okay.
my turn.
You, with your passive perception, can hear a small voice down the hallway, deeper past the stairs, that goes down towards the shooting range. And you can hear it speaking specifically in Goblin. Two different voices. And then a third. Sounds like 3 goblins coming down the hall. You gonna go?
Yeah, I'll go. Coming up, well, I'm gonna take a swing with my sword. Dual-handed again. I'll take both attacks of the reward.
Sure.
Bonus action. Both of these at advantage? Or just the action? First attack.
First attack helping. Well, the helping action helps everything you do in your turn, right?
I think it's. I just had it pulled up and see. You limit your creature and legion task when you help. The creature gains advantage on the next ability check it performs. The task you're helping with, right? Alternatively, you can hit a friendly creature and attacking a creature within you paint, distract creature in some other way. Team up.
Okay. So it'd be helping with one attack.
Okay. Yeah. First attack, my action.
Okay.
That's going to be a 21 to hit with the sword.
Oh yeah. Dude, or you feint forward. You feint forward as though you're going to run in and stab him with a dagger. Wow.
With the sword.
Yeah, actually goes in with the sword.
And that is going to be 11 points. I'd like to disarm him.
Just take his arm.
Take his arms off.
Yeah, he goes to react. Doesn't. Just panics. Arms come in. You slice in with the long sword into his left arm and just cut through his left arm. It falls off, and you go partly into his midsection. Pull the blade out, and eyes roll back. Unconscious on the ground.
So all the orcs on that I was fighting, right?
Yep.
I'm going to run as fast as I can where I saw those two go up.
Okay. As you get closer to the stairs, you see in the darkness the dim frame of 3 goblins down the hall, moving towards you. But they see you and they stop. And they just watch you. You have enough movement to start going up.
Would I be able to reach them? Or...
Yes.
Oof. It's a hard one for him. He would, knowing that everyone else is upstairs, he would go upstairs to aid his friends.
Okay. All right, you head up. Yep. You can hear the relieved goblins as you run upstairs, and you get about halfway up the first flight to get to the balcony. This mezzanine overlooking the studio. All right. Okay. What are you doing?
Not the ones directly in front of the Bacchus,
Yeah.
but like, because you said a couple kind of went away and now they're on their way back.
Yeah, they were looking for Vodia for a moment.
Yeah.
They came
I'm
back
gonna
to
go for the one of them that's closest to me.
Okay, yeah. One happens to be like right in front of people.
Is it one that's highlighted? Or...
No.
No.
Actually, no, they are. These ones are. Sorry. Yeah. Forgot that we did verify them.
There you go. That's a 22.
22 to hit. That hits.
That's gonna be 9 bludgeoning and 3 lightning.
Ooh. And you spinning the yo-yo around, crack right across the top of the skull. A soft as the head just is crushed. Yeah.
And then I'm
Falls to the ground.
use my movement to doing that one to the one closest to me,
Yeah.
making eye contact with the one behind it, and then running around to the opposite side of it.
Oh, the behind him?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Very nice. Okay. It's their turn then. As the one on the ground's dead, but the one you just run around, he's gonna turn, bring his attention to you, make an attack at you. 14 hit you?
No.
Alright, that misses. Very nice. That's his turn. The one that has already stabbed Bacchus is gonna go ahead and alright. Nice. Go ahead.
Cool. Gonna lunge for some too.
Okay, roll a hit.
Alright. Oh boy. Oh man, that's just gonna be.
You're in your spot.
You're in spot.
And, well, actually,
and
you have advantage.
You're
Yeah.
right. Thank you.
And then eventually sneak attack.
Yep.
So this is 6. I think it's a 6. So, yeah, 14. But I'm also gonna use
What?
yeah, just let it be a 14.
14 to hit, that hits.
Cool. There we go. And he's engaged.
Yeah.
So, cool. Congratulations. This will be helpful. 10.
You guys did not beat a couple.
Oh, no!
Oof.
14.
I would say
14 points? Mamma mia.
We're just taking these thumbs off till they're dead.
Nice.
You
You jump up, same thing. Grab the wrist, use your body weight to pull it down, try to pare the thumb off. You get about halfway through the thumb, and the orc looks down at you, and just starts screaming as you're trying to pare the thing off, and just trying to pull its hand back. It's still alive. Still alive. Freaking out that you're trying to pare the thumb off. And it's their turn. So, gonna go ahead and make an attack at you. 18 to hit.
That'll do it.
Oh boy. Alright. This is going to be 4 piercing damage as, let's say bludgeoning. 4 bludgeoning damage. Comes over around with just a heavy gauntlet on the left hand. Just punches you across the face. This, what feels like gauntlet is actually more of like a metal prosthetic that the orc has brought down across the right side of your face. Turn. Everyone out there is gone already.
The one who just punched Vodia, I will cast Vicious Mockery
Okay.
and say, what? Now we're hitting children?
Natural 20 on the saving throw.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's alright.
Good.
Yeah, it's like everything's going bad.
You just kind of hear a grunt past
Looking
the eyelids.
at all of my friends here, are there any that look bad?
Like very unhealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. You would see. You probably see that Bacchus is probably, like, from what you see right now, Bacchus has been the one who's taken the most damage.
Okay, I'm just gonna yell, Backers, you got this, and,
Healing words.
healing words, yeah.
How much?
Only 6.
6?
I rolled a 1.
That's okay. Very good. Bacchus' turn. She's gonna go ahead and second wind and try to get some HP back. Pretty good. And then take some shots. Okay. She's surrounded right now. For the most part, she has 3 right in front of her. So Bacchus is going to go ahead and... Going to go in action surge and use her second action to disengage instead of attack. And kind of relocate around the back of these orcs to right next to Vodia and Zegan, who's about 10 feet from Vodia. That's her turn. Zirma is in the fray as well. She's gonna go ahead and run up to one of the orcs and try to bonk him on the noggin with the flashlight. And just Adam, you could hear her just breathing heavily. Miss. Right past the orc. It's hot. And that's her turn, because that's all she can really do. And then the one orc that was down there, you pretty much bonked him, right? So that just leaves... Okay. The 3 that are there, which one of them, I believe, didn't make their attack, so they're going to go ahead and do that right now. And misses! Top of the round, guys.
I'm gonna go first. And just hit the second one.
Sure.
Just walked around.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
bump on the back of the head.
Absolutely.
I still
Roll it.
have disadvantage.
Yep, fairy fire on.
Yeah, that's a 24.
That's
That's gonna be 10 bludgeoning and 3 lightning.
10 bludgeoning and 3 lightning. Wow. Okay. Lightning streaks past this orc's head, and in the flash of light, keeping you from seeing for a moment, just the strange reflective after images of the light in your eyes remains hard to see for a moment to reveal that the orc's head is gone as it falls to the ground dead. Is that everything you're doing?
And then so there's still two that are by backwards.
Yep.
I'm gonna zip it back up, and I'm just gonna walk over to backwards.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. And that should be. Who's next?
I'll go then.
Okay.
Continue with the steps. Do I have enough movement to get the range? Wonderful.
For 30 feet, you would get 10 feet away of one. So you're just 5 feet out of the two that are right by Bacchus. To your left is the living space. Just out of your periphery is the kitchen, which leads to another section of the living space.
I will use my action dash,
Okay.
and then my bonus action attack will be the lariat.
Okay. Beautiful. Go ahead and roll athletics for me.
That's a natural 20.
Natural 20.
Plus, I think
Very nice.
Yep, plus 5. So 25 total.
25 total.
Then
Wow. Well, that one crunch, clothesline, head over heels, lays flat, not moving. One left.
one left. Alright, and I don't have another action, so I will use the rest of my dash movement to get in within range.
Okay.
Just kind of.
Well, you're right next to it.
Oh, okay. I'll just maneuver.
This is the one that Fairy Fire didn't hit.
Okay.
It's still up. Beautiful. That's your turn?
It's my turn.
Okay.
So everybody that hit Fury Fire is down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So no longer having to maintain concentration on that.
Yeah.
Can I cast Hideous Laughter?
Sure.
I'm gonna cast Hideous Laughter at him.
All right.
And
What's the save?
it is a 15 Wisdom save, and
He has, let me double check what the wisdom mod is. Because it could be negative. If it's negative, then you got it. If it's not, then succeeds. Nope. No negative, it's flat. So
Okay.
it's a flat 17.
Okay.
Sorry.
that's all right.
Cast it out.
Okay.
Lights dim a bit.
Okay. Right. Noted.
So, is the work that I just attacked still standing? No, he's down.
Oh no, yeah.
Okay.
He's dead.
Okay.
No!
No,
Sorry.
That's the one that she had on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's, still standing.
Okay.
Still standing, sorry. I forgot the vicious mockery didn't work on that one. So,
Yeah.
yes,
Oh, okay.
still alive.
Okay.
Still alive, still in your hand,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. I will
My bad.
Take my turn.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
doing?
Seeing that my little knife did not go all the way through, I'm gonna take my other hand and pull his thumb back and hack at it again.
Okay, roll it in.
Okay, that's gonna be a 7 or no, 19.
19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Doesn't matter all that much.
He's not still engaged, so no sneak attack.
No sneak attack. You.
Alright, 8 points.
8 points. Yep, plenty. Only had 1 HP left.
Yep,
Yep, right in the web. You pull it over, and it like hot butter right off. Screaming until just passes out on the ground. Right.
I'll take my turn.
Okay.
I am going to the direction that Flint went. I am going to head off that direction.
Okay.
there were goblins away.
As you get closer to the stairs, right at the stair set, just beyond it, are three goblins talking to each other in their goblin language. Hold on. What's just your passive stealth? Like if you had if you added your
10 plus myself,
Yeah.
gonna be, I think, a 14. Check. Yeah, 14.
Yeah, they're like straight up in like a little mini like three people circle talking to each other. They don't notice you.
They just started a conversation away in the middle of this.
You can see, Theodore, that one of the three of them has a firearm in their hand.
There's 3 of them?
Mm-hmm. They are like you were like 10 feet from him.
Yeah. How close together are they? Are they like
They're
within the same
yes,
square?
within the same square of each other. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to charge up the gem-like silk in my hand,
Mm-hmm.
put it at the center of them, and I'm going to send a jolt right down at their feet and use the create bonfire trick.
Well,
Is it a saving throw?
Dexterity save. Dexterity 15.
I'm rolling so bad. Okay, roll damage.
It's only 3 fire damage.
Fire damage. Okay. You point down the power from your suit. As they are standing in the fire, freaking out, panicking that they just spontaneously combusted.
Oh, nice.
And then on my bonus action, I'm going to say, you really should know how to use something before you just play with random things you find.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. That's your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Is that everyone?
Yep.
Okay, so these guys are gonna go. These goblins. 2 of them. One with a firearm, one without, running upstairs. They're just panic running. They're just gonna run upstairs. The other one is going to run towards you and jump and try to make it.
Okay.
Oh. Impressive. 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's impressive for a goblin. Wow. That's pretty good. 8 slashing damage. The guy jumps and slashes at you. You can see the bonfire has like crisped up his skin quite a lot. Quite a lot. Does not look well. The other 2 running up the stairs, you can hear them behind you, Flint, as you've gotten closer to the fray, but you can hear the footsteps coming from the area, as well as Deidre, you see it as you're facing from the kitchen, coming from the kitchen. Another 5 goblins from beyond the kitchen in the living areas past it, and then 2 more orcs, bigger, both of them. Your passive perception, what is it? 17. You notice one of them has a larger firearm in their hands. From the distance, it's dark, it's hard to see what it is. And it is Goblin with the firearms turn still. He comes up the stairs, he's gonna start shooting. He's gonna start blasting with the little handgun he has. You rolled a natural.
Oh no.
His pistol just explodes in his hands. He's like, ah. And he looks down at this this literally just makeshift pistol made of scraps. It just throws it on the ground. It just kind of sulks there. His buddy just turns and looks at him, shakes his head, and uses the rest of his movement with his dagger to try to get to the fight. You know what? He'll use his action to go ahead and just dash in to get right behind you. You can feel his presence right behind you, Flynn. It's there for you. I can't believe it.
As I get that explosion shot down the hole, I warned you!
Beautiful. And the 3 other goblins from the kitchen, 5 other ones, 3 of them all running into the fray, are going to start, it's within range, so they're going to start attacking the first one closest to them, and that's technically easy again. So all 3 of them are going to make one attack at you. First one's a natural 20.
Yeah, that hits.
That's going to be 12.
As it hits me, I'm going to cast Hellish Rebuke at it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Dexterity saving throw?
Yep.
This is 8, so it fails.
Yeah.
What damage did it take?
That's going to be 9.
Just, you feel from the wound that slashes into you, it's hard. He stabs into your lower left ribs, and then you feel vibrations begin to pick up, and then just a beam of fire blasts down from the vibrations from the wound straight into the goblin's face, who's like, ah! And just is crisped away, fried away, and disappears in. Yes, turns absolutely destroyed. I need you to roll a d20 for me as a critical hit. Angry wound.
That's a 19.
19. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Yeah. Perfect. Good to know. That's like literally 17 through 20 on the lingering wounds table is your best case scenario. It's the best thing that you can have. It has no adverse effects. So good stuff. All right. The other 2 are attacking you. One is a 15 to hit you. Is that it? It just hits. Right. Did I give you damage for the last roll?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. 8 slashing damage.
I'm done.
Oof! Alright. Last one's moving to backers then. Okay. That's big. Zegan drops to the ground. You are, under your death saves, will have, at the end of the round, that happen for you. well, on your next turn, we'll have that happen for you, which will be at the end of the round since you won't be able to activate it. Roll another d20 for me.
7.
7. Right. Good to know. The 2 orcs that have come from the kitchen begin to make their way into this living room. This mezzanine overlooking the studio. The one takes a familiar weapon which you guys have seen, the shotgun, and puts it up to his shoulder and aims it straight forward at group standing there in the middle of the living room fighting now. When Zegan, who's on the ground now, but specifically takes aim at Melodia.
This is
16? Just hits. Okay. Salt for all that pepper. The shotgun levels at you. You turn just in time from sawing the guy's thumb off to hear the sound. And blood spatters your face, but you feel no pain as Bacchus interposes herself in front of you. It is down. Drops to one knee and then drops prone onto the ground.
I got to choose.
The other orc turns to his large friend. Nice shot. It's pretty good. It's a good level aim. Looks like you got the sights up. And the orc with the shotgun's like, shut up, go stab him. Oh, okay. Runs forward, grabs his large scimitar out, and is going to take a swing at Flint. That's going to be a 14 to hit. Does not hit. Swings wide, you just got out of the way. That's his turn.
This is right before top.
Okay.
Yep, this is right before top of the round. So I get all my ducks in order here. And that is this is first death save throw. It's a 6. Zirma. Oh shit. Stands up and Flint, the orc in front of you on his swing freezes. And now we are at the top of the round.
I'd like to go and show that. I run forward, and as I'm running, I am going to proc inner conflict.
Okay.
And pull out my healer's kit that I have done a lot of work on learning how to do. Watched the whole video about it 13 times. So I am going to pull that out, and I am going to extend use on Zegan.
Okay. The healer's kit?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Since I have the feet, yeah.
Yeah.
He also gains 1 hit point back.
Very nice.
So he stabilizes and has a hit point back.
You're stabilized then.
And then I'm just going to stand up and like spread my wings and cover as many people behind me as I can.
Okay.
Just stretch my wings out and try to use myself as a meat shield.
Okay. Alright. Wonderful. Who's next? Who's going?
I'll go.
Okay.
With the orc currently frozen,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to jump up and try to, with both legs, kick him.
Oh god. Okay. Sure.
It's an acrobatics check, but with him being frozen, how do you want to run?
Go ahead and roll with advantage.
That's advantage.
He is. He can't really get out of the way.
Okay. That's gonna be a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Very nice. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Go ahead and roll your damage.
So I'm gonna
Drop kick.
I don't see one on here. I'm gonna run it as like a hurricane.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
2d4.
Yeah, beautiful.
That's going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Beautiful. You gonna like a hurricane throw over your back and everything, or are you gonna just kick him?
I'm just kicking him, making him go prone.
You jump up, huge, high and tight drop kick right in the face. He can't move out of the way, and you just hear a nice thud as
Lands on the ground, still unmoving.
Bonus attack, take the sword, and then plunging it straight down into him.
Roll with advantage.
So 18.
18.
that hits. Roll damage, sir.
10 points. Plus 2, so 12. The other one should have another 2 because of my rage.
Okay.
Perfect. That's more than enough. As you just
Slowly slide the blade into
his chest, and blood slowly coughs from his mouth,
and the orc with the shotgun near the kitchen says, Jacques! Jacques, no! And he,
My movement,
Yeah.
I'm going to rush straight towards the one with shotgun.
okay, go ahead, yeah. You just start,
Yeah.
you leaving the sword behind.
Oh no, I'm taking it with me.
Yeah, you're taking it with you, and you just start running towards him.
Just straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Lord of the Rings round.
Yeah.
Sword up.
Yeah, beautiful. You would have enough movement to get to him, too.
I'll get up right up.
Alright.
Attacks.
Perfect. Beautiful. He's gonna take his turn. And then he's going to take a shot at you with disadvantage. Since he doesn't have the gunner feat, thank God. If he did, that'd be awful.
absolutely not. You get close, and as you get into his range, you duck deep and bring your shoulder up right on the bottom of the shotgun, and and point it up, and it fires into the ceiling. And his stomach's exposed to you, but that's his turn. Only one shot. Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
Still one goblin near me, and the other two ran away.
Yep.
I'm going to take. Might as well. I'm going to use that dagger that I picked up off of the one goblin. Look at it. This is kind of small, but then I'm going to try to backhand it straight into the goblin next to me.
Roll a hit. This poor guy.
That's an 11 to hit.
Nope. You miss. You try to punch it in and he just stops your hands. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Beautiful. He's gonna go. Along with his two other goblin buddies that are upstairs right now, which Flint has kind of ran past. The one right in front of you misses with a fat natural 8. Huge and fat natural 8. The other two running into the fray towards Deidre. One of them is going to make an attack at you.
Yes.
With a 16 to hit. Does that hit you?
It does indeed.
Okay. 3 points of slashing damage on you.
Fantastic. That enables me to use Hellish Review.
Poor guys don't know what's going on. Okay. What's
Hey, bitch, hit me.
What's the
It's a 15 dex save.
15 dex save, natural 4, roll damage.
No.
This poor kid. Oh no. Anyway.
That's a measly 14 points of fire damage.
Oh yeah. Slashes into your kneecap. Instantly a charred corpse. Just dead.
I like move my eyes up and make eye contact with the big scary orc with the gun.
He's yeah, you can turn to look at him. He's looking at where he aimed.
Oh, okay. Solid.
The other goblin, you would expect attacking with his buddy, has gone around you, and is going to attempt to attack Bodia. Right next to Packers, right?
Yeah.
15 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. Just wide. Just wide then. Close. Frick. Alright. That's all of those guys. Attacked. He's freaking dead. Okay, anyone else? You're conscious.
Right. Off the ground, just looking around. There's still one of the goblins that just came from there and attacked me, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's still one left because she was burning the other one.
Yeah, and you'd see over that it just swiped at Voting.
How far away?
How far away from you?
Yeah.
10 feet. Past Vodia is the mezzanine. But the fall of the mezzanine, the broken glass in the balcony.
And then how far away am I from the orc?
Yeah. You from the orc is obstructed kind of by Deidre, but looking
gun.
Yeah, because he's by the entrance to the kitchen on the other side of the living room, so 15 feet away.
So then I'm going to get up and get the yo-yo in my hand, get like right above the orc, and right on the top of his head.
The goblin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Roll the hit. Freaking sleeping throw down on top of the yo-yo. Okay, on the goblin that misses. He has a higher AC. I'm so sorry. You send it down. The lightning sparks off a bit onto him, and he's now aware of your presence. Like,
You said it was 10 movement.
Yep.
Cool.
Good stuff.
I will take my turn.
Okay.
The guy who slashed at me, I will slash at him. Aiming for those hamstrings.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Move around and we can get a better angle. That's going to be a 24. Hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That hits the goblin.
Awesome.
Most definitely.
So that's gonna be 70 plus. Just yeah. 11 points. Piercing attack.
Yes,
Yes,
I
I-
behind him.
Oh,
Yeah.
word.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry.
That's okay.
The score is. I'm really
13 4.
Yeah, 17. Thank you. 17 points.
Yeah. Going for his hamstrings. There's more than enough damage as you skirt past his guard, right towards the back of his legs, sink it in and tear away at the hamstrings on both legs. And he kneels down in pain. You're just screaming, out of HP. Just kneeling there screaming. All right.
That's my turn.
It's your turn. Okay. Then, in that case, that would just leave the two goblins who've now they're running up on DJ. Who have the rest of these goblins, there are 4 of them left who have come with the 2 larger orcs. They run through the living room in the dull blue pink light of the neon lights outside, past the studio. And they are all 4 going to make attacks at you. Misses.
Okay.
The 13. Misses with a 9. Oh god, please help. Ah! Okay, that is. That's 15.
Yeah.
Alright. 4 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Their turn. And the orc that's still
I'll contest him.
okay. Still have your turn left?
Oh wait. I thought you wanted to say. Okay.
Okay. I was just checking. The one orc that succeeded on Fairy Fire.
Oh, there's still one there?
There's still one there. You turned your back to.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was the other one that she finished the thumb.
That was a different one.
Yeah, it was.
There was still one left that still had Fairy Fire that was in the midst of all of you.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't the one that I came up and then destroyed. Okay.
It was a different one. Unless I'm mistaken.
Because I knocked down 2 that were overlooking her at the couch.
Yeah, but those 2 had Fairy
one
Fire
she
on
took
them.
down with the thumb, and then the other one that she took down with the thumb, and then he got the
And there were a total of 5.
Yeah, so
And
she
you got the 5th.
Okay.
He did. Yeah. Thank you. I was counting. I knew
Do it,
something.
Odessa, do that.
I'm so sorry. Oh, there was I had too many cards out. So sorry. So sorry. Got it. It's all good. That's the end of the round. Zirma's used her turn. Backers is going to make another death saving throw at the end of this round.
If it's top of the round, I'm gonna go immediately.
Sure.
And just again.
Yeah,
Now it knows that I'm there. And
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah. Yeah, just go for it. Go ahead and roll a hit.
Just flanking.
Yeah. Flanking, so you get advantage. You have to get that good flanking.
17.
17 for sure hits.
Ooh, that is going to be 7 bludgeoning and 4 lightning.
Oh boy. Absolutely.
Which I guess it kind of looked up at me now, so it's not as much at the top of his head as it is.
Yeah, he's kneeled down, screaming from his hamstrings cut, and you just. And he just kind of dies. It like dies there kneeling.
And then I am literally, I'm just gonna like sit down the ground behind him.
Okay.
This,
Get your breather.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was legit just like get this one because it
Yeah.
got away from me.
Yeah. Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
So with the orc with his arms up, side exposed, I like to duck under and get behind him,
Mm-hmm.
grabbing his chin, driving my sword through his back.
Roll the hit.
Oof. Sweet 12 to hit.
12 to hit just misses. You grab him and you mean to stab, but you kind of get the angle wrong and miss.
Then in that case, I would like to try to grapple him from behind, grabbing the hand that has the weapon.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Give me an athletics check.
Oh,
Oh, your athletics check are bad today.
yeah. That is going to be, I think it's +5. Yeah, so 10 total.
10 total?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, sorry. You grab the weapon and it doesn't really get you. I mean, he gets it free. He's gonna point it at you. He's gonna go ahead and make another shotgun blast at disadvantage right at you. Oh. Okay.
At disadvantage.
Yeah. Natural one.
Nice.
Yup.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. A good one too. Shotgun explodes in his hands, doesn't fire at all. You see his index finger fly to the ground. That's his turn.
I bet you go.
What do you do?
Okay, I'm going to kneel down next to Bacchus and take another use of my healer's kit on her.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So, yeah, that's what I do, and I stand back up in a defensive position.
Right. And it brings up by 1 HP. You said?
Yep.
Who's next?
I'll go. With the goblin right on me, I'm gonna try again. He caught my hand. I'm just gonna turn it over and try to stab him.
Okay, roll a hit. There's having a knife fight with the goblin in the hallway downstairs. Everyone else is upstairs fighting for their lives.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 that hits.
Roll that again.
Yeah, 1d4 plus your dex modifier.
Yep. That's gonna be 7 piercing damage.
You stab at him with just going sideways into his head, and he blocks. And then you get his hand out of the way, and you stab again, and he blocks. And for a moment, you're like doing this like kind of pretty kung fu back and forth of him you trying to stab him in the neck, and he keeps blocking and like getting the knife out of the way until finally you hold his arm down and you just start stabbing him. You stab him to death.
And then I would like to go up the stairs to try to follow the other 2 goblins who are still up there, right?
Sure, yeah. Indeed. And you go to look, and you get to the top of the stairs, and it's a mess. Deidre's there, wings fully out from what you see right now. You can see faintly past her, Zirma. You can see Zine kind of laying down, like sitting down. See someone else behind Deidre immediately. Oh, yeah. as well. And the 2 goblins down on the ground already.
That's fine with me. I'm going to try to get to the spot. I hear the shotgun blast going off. If I can, from a bonus action, I'm going to try to identify where that is and see if I can get an angle to get line of sight with what's happening with the shotgun.
Ooh. Okay, yeah. You would just barely get into sight around the corner towards the kitchen of the Flint locked in hand-to-hand combat with this shotgun wielder. Looks like the shotgun's busted though.
Okay. And then that'll be my turn.
Perfect. The 4 goblins in front of you are all going to take their attacks.
Come at me, bitch.
As you've turned your back to them, kind of, right? To go to back or something.
Kind of bonus action, like
Yeah.
back.
Mm-hmm.
In a defensive stance again.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
First one's attack, 6 to hit.
Okay.
Second one's attack, 9 to hit.
Okay.
Third one's attack, 5 to hit.
Yeah.
Fourth one's
Hey,
attack,
Obi!
17 to hit.
Yes!
Char this one.
Yep. Give me the damage.
That's gonna be 8 points of slashing damage on you.
Oh, that's a lot more than that's okay.
You're going to hellish rebuke.
I'm gonna hellish rebuke.
Oh, this poor kid.
Yeah, just point my finger down at him, and fire kind of bursts from my eyes, halo, and comes down, and
Consumes him.
it's a sorry, the 15 death save.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
What's the damage?
11 points of fire.
Nice. Indeed. Spontaneously combusting in front of you. Charred corpse plops onto the ground.
Hit me and my friends again. Do it.
Zero's gonna go ahead and take her turn. Flint, you see the pain as he's the orc looking down at his hand, holding the shotgun in his left. Freezes. Stops moving. Who's left?
Me. There's no orcs around anywhere. Okay. I'm just gonna drop down to Baccharis on the ground, alive, barely, maybe. I don't know. I'm just gonna forcefully yell at her. You're not dying on me!
That's the end of the round. To the top of it.
I'm gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not attacking, but I'm looking for zero.
Sure. Perception check. Or you panic, like in a panic look around and you see her, kind of kneeling next to DJ, kind of looking under her wings, like at Flint and the orc that Flint's engaged with.
I'm just gonna go like not like walk, but kind of like crawl, I guess, up to her, just like by her side,
Mm-hmm.
and just stay right there.
Okay, cool.
I'd like to go in.
Yeah, go ahead. He's gonna contest you.
He is?
Yeah.
Wait, is this
He's gonna try.
18.
Hi.
Seeing him freeze, I'm gonna take like a half step back. Baseball grip the sword.
Yeah.
Go for the hand that he's looking at, and then his head.
Okay.
So first attack. 2 natural 20s.
Go ahead and roll damage, good sir.
So that's going to be 18 plus 3 plus 2. So 23 or 24. Yeah. 24 points. of slashing.
Baseball grip, knee up, full swing towards the hand he's looking at, and you catch the hand, and it goes through, and then you catch the body, and you feel the spine just snap, goes through, bisected in half.
Almost foaming at the mouth. I'm gonna look around. Are there any other enemies?
The 3 goblins.
Walking
Yeah.
eyes on them and charging.
Yeah, you're turning and looking at one. You're get right behind him.
Okay. Whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole on the next one. Perfect. Go ahead and roll it. Yeah.
Is this flanking?
Yes, it is.
That's going to be 21 to hit. And 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Dead.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Who's next?
I'll take my turn real quick.
Okay.
I would look directly at the goblins and say, lay down your arms. As you can see, your leader is dead. Surrender and we can talk this out.
They turn and look at you. They look around. And they sprint for the mezzanine balcony, and they jump off. DJ would get an attack of opportunity. They run for Z to get an attack of opportunity, actually. One of them would.
Yeah.
There's only 2 left, so...
And they're flanked?
Yeah. So, actually,
Would I?
you would too.
Sorry.
You, all 3 of you. And there's only 2 of them, yeah.
Are these stray rolls?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
13.
13 doesn't hit, sorry. 15 just hits.
23.
It's for sure.
Yeah,
It's for sure. They go running. Okay.
Pull from midnight.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah. 6.
6 points.
7 bludgeoning and 4 lightning.
You and hit him right in the back, and he just crumbles over face first onto the glass of the mezzanine and lays there. The other one you slash as he runs by. You cut deep into his shoulder, and blood immediately starts flowing as he limps to the balcony, reaches up,
He makes his
jumps,
jump,
and he tries to jump off with 1 HP.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no point in rolling that. He knows as he lands. And you're out of combat.
Alright.
And that is where we're going to leave off for our live stream today. A bit shorter for you all. Combat encounter. And we will pick up again. You'll see us likely Wednesday, actually. Live again. With the continuation of the adventures of Damage Control. Find out what will happen next. Thank you so much for joining us. That's all I have.
Peace. Bye.
Bye.